Hey guys, Mr. here again for another video today, and we are back with our Vancouver Canucks franchise mode, and I think this is also going to be the end to this series. Unfortunately, not able to ever win a cup. I could probably go one more season, but I've decided not to, so we are going to end it here. Now, really quickly, just in case, if I do ever want to come back to play this series, maybe off-screen or for you guys, I am going to sign Ryan Johansson to a pretty big contract, more than likely. I'll probably just go 4 years, because then that actually gives me an availability on his contract that isn't too bad. He wants 9.2, so I'll just give him 9.4 for 4 years, and he'll be 36, if not retiring at that time. So we'll offer that contract to him. And one more thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be trading away one player. He wasn't the greatest player for us. He did okay, but really he's just kind of dropped, and he's getting pretty old now, so he's really not that good. Braden Shen, 84 overall now, still listed as a second liner. It's a bit of a morale thing. He had one great season of that 75-point season with us. I wish he could have came back to that 90-point season if we could have acquired him around then, or if he would have played to that standard for the rest of his career. That would have been awesome, but he just couldn't, unfortunately. His best season with us was 75 points, which was a 30-goal season for him, but we're just going to send him away. I know, like I said, it is the end of the series, though, so I'm just going to do some things in this. I'll explain it in a second. So let's just try to acquire the Boston second rounder in 2026. I don't even know if that will go through, to be honest. Actually, it will. All right. Well, that's good. So, yeah. Now, there are a few players that I would like to look at, because we have 3 prospects still that are pretty good. I don't know where I'm going to go to do that. I think we'll just go to trade and improve. It's probably the easiest way. There are still 3 prospects we have. Well, I say prospects. They're kind of prospects, but they're kind of not at the same time. So just one second. Let's look for them here. We've got, obviously, Lewis Archibald. I believe it is Lewis. Yes, it is. Lewis Archibald, who we drafted in 2023. 6th overall. He's a low elite forward. 81 overall. I'm going to sim to the next season to see if he grows. Also, Julian Chelios, 84 overall. He's 22 now, though. Kind of not really a prospect anymore. He's getting up there in the age. We drafted him back in 2021, a top 5 pick. So he was pretty good. And then, is that it? Was there another skater prospect? I do not think so. One that was really... No, okay, yeah, there definitely wasn't. But obviously, our last prospect is Greening. I don't remember his first name. Bobby Greening, who we drafted in the 2023 draft as well. 7th overall, medium elite potential, 76 overall. He has quite a decent amount of value. We'll never actually be able to see how well he does, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Unless, like I said, you guys want me to come back to this series, then I most definitely can, because why the hell not? So now we're just going to sim to the next season. We'll see if Johansson does sign. Austin Paul accepts. All right, don't even know who that is. Johansson does accept as well. So now we'll sim to the next season, and I'll be back in just a second when we make it there. All right, guys, so we're back, and we're at the start of the regular season, the 2025-2026 season. Crazy how it's almost been 10 years playing this series. That's honestly crazy. I didn't think, but yeah, it's almost been 10 years. So really quickly, just a quick note: Rob Warren actually grew to a 94. Obviously, medium elite. Man, dude, if Nico Escalainen would have been medium elite, he probably would have been 96 overall or something like that, because he is crazy. Because the year that we drafted him, he grew so fast. And 2019 first overall pick, and it was a low elite. If he was a medium elite, we would have been in such a different position. We could have been a very winning team, but unfortunately, didn't really work out for us. So now I mean, let's go check our prospects again to see if any of them grown. Be interesting to see if they did. I did do this in the auto franchise mode as well because I did want to see if we could get any of our prospects to grow. So, where is it? Brian Gleason. Nope. All right. So Chelios grew to an 85, and Archibald, was he an 81? I'm pretty sure he was an 81. So he didn't grow either, which is kind of surprising. He's like I mean, I would kind of figure both of them would have grown. Actually, wait, no, Chelios didn't grow either. He was an 85 too. Never mind then. Brian Gleason never really turned out for us either. We did acquire him from a top 5 pick as well. He never really turned out for us. Maybe be a good third liner. Hischier and Comtois both never really panned out for us either, unfortunately. Escaline and Warren did, though. Warren, obviously, very good. We drafted him first, or we didn't draft him, but we picked him up from Anaheim, who drafted him first overall. He's played all of his NHL seasons with us, 63 points and 69 points. Almost had a 40-goal season last year, so, he was pretty damn good. So, really quickly, I think we'll just go over this series and we'll talk a little bit. So, thank you guys so much for all the support on this series. It was a really fun one, I'm not going to lie. I did have fun. There was some rough patches in it, but I mean, overall, it was still a very fun series. It was the first series I ever started on this channel, so hopefully you guys did enjoy that. Vancouver was my favorite team a few years ago. Back in the 2009 to like 2012, 2013, they were my favorite team, that's for sure. And man, they were so close in that cup run, and still to this day in 2025, we could not get them a cup, unfortunately. But you never know, maybe I could come back to see if we can win them the cup. Maybe I'll return in 2018 to see if we can do it, in NHL 18. But I do want to thank some of the players that we had in this series really quickly. I want to start off with Warden. Warden was really, really good for us, actually. I mean, his points may not prove it. He didn't have the greatest line mates. Unfortunately, he did have a good line mate of Escalainen, but if he would have had someone else, he would have been really, really good. He would have put up loads of points as well. He did improve over the 2 seasons that we did have him playing in the NHL, but overall, he was a good player for us, so I'm very happy that we did acquire him a few years ago when we did make that trade. So on to the second person we're going to thank, and he was our franchise player. Yeah, I'm going to say it. He was our franchise player, Nico Escalainen, the Finn. What a great player he was for us. If he could have been playing with great players his entire career as well, for us, he would have been such a phenomenal player. 93 overall, first overall pick, 2019. He's still good. He's got a very decent shot. He's got ridiculous puck skills. Very, very fast, possibly one of the fastest skaters ever. Very good defensive category as well. We could play him as center, or we can play him on the wing. He's not too bad at faceoffs. Overall, he was just a very good player, literally all around. He has some good physical stats, good skating, good shooting, good puck skills, good senses, and good defense. Overall, this is a franchise player you want to build around. He did pretty good for us, though, I'm not going to lie. In his first season when we drafted him, I think he was around a 78 or a 79 overall when we first drafted him. He played in the AHL, then that next season he jumped up to like an 85, and in his rookie season got 61 points. And then from then he got 67, which was just better. Then he got 83, which was great. Then last year he didn't do as good, but 76 points is still very good. And then again matching his career total, or his career high of 83. So pretty good overall. Very glad we did draft him. But like I said, I feel like if he had been a medium elite when we had drafted him, he could have been amazing. And I wonder how he would have worked out. But either way, he was still a really good player for us, and definitely our franchise player. Next off, Charlie McAvoy. We did make a trade for him quite a while ago. I believe we not drafted him. I believed we picked him up in around, I want to say, maybe even before he started playing in the NHL, but I honestly don't remember. We've had him for a few years, though. He was pretty good. Never had the most offensive season with us, unfortunately, but overall he was still pretty good. 89 overall from him. Definitely our franchise defenseman, alongside another person I'm going to thank you of, Troy Stetcher, undrafted player that the Vancouver Canucks picked up. And man, if he turns out to be as good as he is in game, in real life, he could be absolutely phenomenal. What a great offensive defenseman. Very good puck handling. Just awesome, awesome puck skills. Awesome shooting. He's not too slow either. He can play both ends of the ice. He can play defense. He can play offense. But overall, a very good defenseman. Hopefully, to be a good defenseman for Vancouver. He was basically our franchise defenseman for the majority of the time. Highest career total for him was actually this past one at 60 points. He was pretty good for us, and I loved having him on the team. Really helped us out. Now, one more person I'm going to thank, believe it or not, we did actually trade him away to acquire Charlie McAvoy, and I believe it was this trade. Connor Hellebuck. Connor Hellebuck brought us to some success before we got rid of him and then kept Demko. Unfortunately, I really wish I could have kept him. I really wish I would have kept him because, damn, I know he had a good season. Like, there was some seasons where he had some good ones for us. I believe we had him playing 2017, 2018, 2019. Those were where he was really good for us. And I think we might have traded him away that next year, which I definitely shouldn't have done. I think if we had a build around him, McAvoy, and Escalainen once we got... Actually, well, we may not even have ever got McAvoy if we hadn't traded away Hellebuck. So everything happens for a reason, but I do want to thank Hellebuck for the years that we did have him. He was a good goaltender, and man, I'm still shocked that I got him up to an 89 overall. Absolutely bonkers. I did not think I'd do it. But other than that, guys, there's not much else to think of. Or there's not much else to talk about. I think I'll go check the awards really quickly just to show you guys them, but I do not remember how many of our players have won trophies or not. I think Escalainen might have won the Calder back in the day, but I'm not sure. So Stanley Cup, unfortunately, never got to us. The Canucks, us, obviously, we won the President's Trophy last year. I think the only time we won it in the entire series. And also, we were never able to make it to the Stanley Cup final, unfortunately. Just got handed the dick, to be honest, throughout this entire series. Just classic Canucks, to be honest. I'm not blaming anybody on the Canucks. It's been our luck, and it's the Canucks' luck, to be honest. So, never had any Art Ross winners. Unfortunately, never had a Hart. Unfortunately, never had a Norris. I don't think we've ever had a Lady Byng. Calder. So, actually, never mind. I really thought that... I'm pretty sure Warren was close, and I'm pretty sure Escalainen was close. I did think that they won the Calder. Maybe... when did we draft Escalainen, though? Wasn't it in 2019? I don't think I had him playing in the NHL in 2019. Let's go and check that really quickly. I do want to see, because I do not think we had him playing. Yeah, we drafted him first overall in 2019. We had him playing in 2020, 2021. So, yeah, unfortunately, he never did win the Calder, even getting a 67-point season. Could you imagine if he had have done better? He could have won the Calder Memorial, but unfortunately, he never got that achieved, which kind of sucks, to be honest. I really figured he could have got it one year, but unfortunately not. And again, same thing. We never got Warden to win it either. So far, we're 0 for 5 on trophies. We've won one trophy in this series, and it was the President's Trophy this past season. Next up, Conn Smythe. Obviously, we cannot win. Fucking, this game, man. Vasilevsky won it 2 years in a row, and I traded away Demko for Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky then sucked. Demko then won the Vezina, man. It was such a horrendous time. Then again, Tampa Bay was a much better team than us, so obviously Demko got some winning there. Glad he did. He did go to a winning team, but unfortunately we never got it. The only two trophies we actually ever got was in 2021, 2022 with Demko, and then 2024, 2025 with Rodrigue for the William M. Jennings. So far, those are the only player trophies we've ever had any of our players win, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm not going to lie. I haven't had anyone win the Masterton. I have never in any series had anyone win the Selke, which is kind of crazy. We don't have anybody for the Ted Lindsay, and we definitely don't have anybody for the Maurice Richard trophy. So I believe that will be it, guys. I think I will end it there. 2025, almost 10 years in this series. That is crazy, man. Took like what, almost 40 episodes. I think we're like 39. This might even be 40. I'm honestly not too sure, but that's going to be it from me, guys. Hopefully you all did enjoy. Let me know if you did enjoy this series. I'm going to say the same thing that I did in the Sen series. If you guys did enjoy this series at all, please leave a like on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you all did enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.